He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. This mysterious promise of protection is as intriguing as it is comforting. It seems to offer much-needed peace in times of trouble, but it also requires surrender to the one who is greater. Imagine today that you turn away from doubt and take a step toward him, courageous and humble at the same time, in search of perfect shelter. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. The exhausting demands and complexities of life loom large. Order and peace seem distant, even unreachable. But finding your refuge today is simple and close. You find yourself at the entrance of a mighty fortress on the top of a quiet mountain. The views of the chaos down below are expansive, and you feel small in comparison. There is no guard at the entrance, no price to pay, no test to pass, no standard to meet. Only trust is required to enter. With a deep breath and an open heart, you easily push the door wide open. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. As you move through the great passageway ahead, you begin to wonder whether anything followed you up the mountain. The things that threaten your peace every day. Things that trigger fear and anxiety. Physical danger, a broken heart, financial despair, illness. You stop for a moment to look and listen, and you realize these enemies are nowhere to be found in the fortress. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. As you begin to relax into your newfound freedom, you are enveloped in the softest blanket of feathers, as if embraced by an eagle. You're fully cushioned on all sides. Cool, calm air reaches you as wild winds blow somewhere in the distance. Warm light provides comfort and sight, and there are no lurking shadows here. These protective feathers are strong, but you are not trapped. The damp darkness, the constraining iron bars, the threatening guards, and the sense of dread, they are not here. You have been safely delivered from your prison. There are only beautiful, soft, gentle, and seemingly endless feathers. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. You find a shield and pick it up, discovering that it's just the right size for you. You hold it above your head to test it. You look to your right and to your left, and you see 1, 2, then a line of people as far as you can see, extending in both directions. They are all holding up their own shields, each one lined up and touching the next, so that there is now a wall of shields. This is community. As the arrows fly from outside the fortress, they are deflected. And even as you hold your shield high, your arms are wrapped and protected. One by one, the enemy hurls familiar hazards, both seen and unseen. The dangers and pressures of everyday life, the constant onslaught of disasters and catastrophes in the world around you, the things that wake you in the night and won't let you go back to sleep. You notice that with each one of these arrows that falls, your fear and distress surprisingly diminish. Your strength increases as you realize this armor, this fortress, does not fail. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked, because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge. No evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. You lift your eyes and look outside of the fortress at the road that brought you here. Now you see what you didn't see before. The battle rages, but he is ahead of you, clearing the way. This battle is his. He is holding accountable every dark, evil, and wicked force that was standing in your path. There has been no promise made that danger will no longer be present as you head down the mountain, only that you are no longer vulnerable as you were before. You do not face the battle alone. You have the promise of the Most High that he will protect and shield. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. This promise is tested as you set out on your journey home. As you leave the fortress, you sense its strength and power has not stayed behind. It is going with you. The path back down the mountain is littered with impassable obstacles. But as you encounter each one, crooked paths are made straight, and rocky terrain is made smooth. You are elevated as if the very angels of God have you by the elbows. You watch the ground as your feet glide, elevated above the rocky path. And there lie the same enemies and dangers and fears that drove you to seek shelter in the fortress to begin with. They have been defeated, and you are passing over each one of them, victorious. Buoyed by your newfound, unshakable confidence and trust, you hear this declaration rise from the fortress behind you. Loud and strong comes the voice of the Almighty for all to hear. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. You have been in his presence, and it was remarkable, transformative. And now, even as you step back into the world, you consider the timing of your visit to the fortress. It was an answer to your call, exactly when you needed it. The power and presence of the one who delivered you breaks open and pours out over your head like oil, anointing a future king. This was not a one-time visit. It is a standing invitation, an unbreakable bond. Even as you look ahead and see the familiar signs of trouble looming, of dangerous roads you will have to travel, you walk forward unafraid. You remember those words that brought you here and say them again with confidence and joy. My refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust.